Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel in the first place. Today we have a Kirishima ex-listener. It's You're an Even Bigger Idiot Than I Thought by lyrical_panic on AO3. The link will be in the description. Go give them likes and kudos and all of those things, and let's go ahead and get into it. Dating Eijiro Kirishima was a dream come true. He was one of the sweetest guys you'd ever met, and he was uncannily like a golden retriever. He went out of his way to make you feel special no matter what. Whether it was a thank you kiss on the cheek or greeting you with one of those big spinning movie hugs, Eijiro never failed to surprise and enrapture you. He loved you, you loved him, everything was perfect. Except for one teensy little thing, or more accurately, one huge, blaring, unavoidable problem: Katsuki Bakugo. Bakugo had always been moody, but recently his scowl seemed to deepen whenever you were around. He used to tolerate you, at least as much as he tolerated the rest of his class. He never really talked to you, but you never got the sense that he hated you or anything. He didn't used to glare daggers at you when you got within 4 feet of him. So what changed? Eijiro Kirishima. He acted as a buffer between you two. He'd be a fool to not notice his friend's sudden surliness whenever you were close by. He tried to get him to get along with you. He really did. However, the blonde time bomb was having none of it. "Bakugo, come on, it won't be the same without you," Eijiro whined when he had refused to attend the regular group movie outing. "No way," Bakugo growled, his eyes cutting to you for a split second. The side look had not escaped your notice. You bit your lip, opting to stay quiet. Bakugo was usually stupor about these outings, but he had never put up a real fight about going before. He had never outright rejected an invitation. You realized an hour later, when Sarah was complaining about Bakugo being a lame old geezer for the first movie trip he had refused to go to, was also the first one since you and Eijiro started dating. This is torture. Mr. Aizawa's sadistic streak shone through yet again when he had paired you and Bakugo together for a hero history project. He knew something was up between you. You hadn't failed to notice his poorly smothered smirk when he announced the pairing. The rest of the class had filed out, chatting with their partners about the assignment. Bakugo stayed stubbornly seated in his desk, so you lingered as well, hoping in your heart of hearts that he cared enough about his grade in the class to at least talk about the workload with you. "Coming, babe?" Eijiro asked, grabbing your hand. "Not yet." You hooked a thumb over your shoulder at your unhappy partner, giving your boyfriend a wildly unconvincing relaxed smile. "I'm gonna try to get Oscar the Grouch to cooperate with me. You go on ahead." "Okay." The redhead frowned a little, glancing over to Bakugo. "You want me to talk to him?" "No, that's alright. This is between us. It'll be okay, Eiji." "Alright." He pressed a kiss to your forehead. "Text me when you'll get back to the dorm so we can do homework together." "Will do." You gave your boyfriend one last false, reassuring smile, waving as he followed the rest of the class out. Your shoulders slumped once he left, and you returned to your unresponsive partner, who was pretending he hadn't been lingering on every word of your conversation. You sighed. It was like trying to defuse a bomb, you decided. Not impossible, but risky. One wrong move and he'd blow up in your face. You had to tread lightly. He was already on edge. His jaw was tight, and his eyes, still glued to his desk, were narrowing into slits. "This is ridiculous." You sighed again, this time in resignation. You walked up to the boy, planting both hands on his desk. No more hesitating. You decided to cut a wire. "Look, dude, I don't know what your problem is with me, but you've got to get over it. You have to talk to me if you want to do well on this, so swallow your pride and get your head out of your ass." Super risky move. Maybe you should have gone for a less dangerous approach, but you were never going to disarm the bomb without a few risks. Still not looking up at you, Bakugo swiped a hand across the desk. batting your braced arms off it. Fuck off, I don't have to be friends with you. You were safe. It hadn't detonated. Yet. You should stop while you're ahead, or go and get someone better equipped to disable the bomb. But no, this was personal, and you were starting to get a little angry. You cut another wire. I never said you had to. Frankly, I don't want to be your friend either if you're going to be an asshole. What you do have to, though, is grow the hell up and at least pretend you care. You sat down in the desk next to him with a huffy flounce. I don't want to fail this project, and I don't think you do either. So for both of our sakes, please stop acting like a child. Bakugo finally looked up at you. For an instant, you worried that you'd pushed him a little too far. But he didn't seem to be angry. His eyebrows were knit together in contemplation, and he scrutinized you with pinched lips. He didn't even seem terribly annoyed with you, just tired. What does Kirishima even see in you? The bomb spat and sputtered, startling you, but it still didn't explode. The question caught you off guard. It was suddenly even more personal. You got angrier. You pressed a button on the side of the bomb. What does he see in you? You shot back, your anger bubbling hot in your gut. You are the emotionally constipated, egotistical megalomaniac. I have my flaws. We all do. But I at least try to care about the people around me. Why Eijiro considers you a friend? I have no clue. But I try to respect that. I don't snarl and ignore you whenever you walk into a room. Beep. You don't deserve him. Bakugo snapped, rage sparking. Beep. Who are you to decide that? I love him. Beep. If you think you have the monopoly on loving him, you're an even bigger idiot than I thought. Boom. It was a disaster. Bakugo was standing. He had knocked his chair over on the way up. His nostrils flared like a wild animal. His scarlet eyes shone with a murderous rage you knew all too well from the months of being his classmate. But there was a glint of something else in there too. Sadness, regret, fear, heartache. You stood as well, stepping away from the detonated bomb, as if he could explode again. Oh. You had no other words. There was nothing else that you could possibly say that would suffice. You wanted to keep raging at him. You wanted to tell him that that was no excuse for his behavior. You couldn't bring yourself to, though. More anger was not going to help either of you. I won't tell him, you finally said quietly. I won't tell anyone. Bakugo scoffed. Without another word, he slung his school bag over his shoulder and stalked out of the classroom, leaving you standing, stunned and guilty at his desk. Alright, so that's the end of this one. I hope you enjoyed. Music link, fanfic link, Discord link, and thumbnail art link will all be in the description. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye!